preparation by which you can develop the school English, and how can you develop your spoken skill in English. Besides that, you have to practice a lot of text and a lot of rules by which you can enhance your spoken skill in English. And I think that you must be able to do good in spoken English, and you have to also master some grammatical items like narration, voice, and parts of speech are also very important in English, and by which you can identify that which kind of parts of speech is this, and by which you can make different kinds of sentence, and this will also help you to apply your word in a sentence in a correct way. So I think that English rules and grammatical rules are very important if you want to master this language. Besides that, you also need tenses. And if you don't master tenses, you can't speak in English very fluently. Different kinds of teachers and different kinds of your seniors always advise you not to understand and not to master English. But I think that this is not a real advice, because if you master English and if you can speak in English, then you must master tenses. Without tense, you can speak in English very fluently, and tense is very helpful to master this language. And if you read different kinds of text and different kinds of newspapers, then you will follow that their tense are followed very strictly, and you can take different kinds of information from the text, and you will also apply this in your daily lives and in your daily conversation. So I would say that if you want to improve your spoken skill in English, then you must need tense and grammatical rules, without which you can't master this language. So I think that different kinds of grammatical rules in grammar, and you should follow some rules very strictly if you want to learn this language. And you will also practice this, and you will also stand before a mirror, or you will take a people, any kind of man through which you can communicate your conversation, and you can express your feelings to him. And for this way, you can develop your spoken skill in English. So if you want to master this language, you must practice a lot. Without practice, you can't master English. And nowadays we know that English is an international language, and many people and many kinds of students are very interested in learning this language, but they don't know how to speak, how to master this language, how to write in English, and what qualities they should have, and what rules should they follow. They don't know. But I advise them only to follow some rules. That is, you have to buy any book, any English book like grammar, and you have to read the grammar very carefully, and you have to follow some rules by which you can make yourself suitable for learning English. And you also should different kinds of newspapers, and if you read newspapers, you can learn many things, many new words. And you should also practice different kinds of texts, and you should listen different kinds of news from different English media channels like Al Jazeera and France 24, and there are some English channels by which you can know different kinds of English words which are new to you. But if you practice and listen these words every day, then you will be able to learn English, and you will also use them in your practical life. And if you can these words use in your everyday life, then you will be able to make yourself very eligible for practicing English.